This video will show you the Insight portal and some of its basic functionality. Once you've logged in, the first screen you'll see will be a screen which shows you your invoices. You can see all the invoices that have been previously raised with their invoice number and the current unbilled invoice that's being raised currently this month. Throughout the month, this will contain the service charge data and call data for the next month, and the call data will build up over the month as it comes in. If you click on an invoice, you then have the options to download your reports or download your invoices for the previous month or for the invoice that you've clicked on. That will open in a new window, and then to save it, you've got a Save button at the bottom, which will let you save a copy. Within this section, you can also drill down into the call charges or the service charges to get a further breakdown of what the charges are for. I've clicked on call charges, and I can see that £54.13 of call charges are made from mobile phones. If I then click on that again, it's broken down by the individual destination, and then clicking on it again will give me a breakdown of the individual calls. This can be quite useful for analysing different call trends that your company makes. You can do the same for service charges. If you click on service charges, you then get a breakdown which matches what's on the front page of your invoice, and then clicking on them again will give you the individual charges that correspond to that breakdown. The other sections you can go through are create a report on the left-hand side. That will give you a few different reports that you can create in addition to the reports that were sent with your invoice. To do so, you select the report, select the billing period you want to create the report for, and then select the format that you want to export the report in. You've got a choice between PDF, CSV or Excel. Pressing Create Report will then create that report, and you can then save that report into whichever folder you like on your computer. You've also got an Analyze Calls section on the left, which will allow you to run a more specific report of your own choosing. To do that, you select the billing period, and you then type in the criteria that you want to run the report for. So you could say any numbers starting with or called from an 01 number, between specific dates, to the 25th of December. And then if you press search, it'll bring up all calls that match that criteria. You can then download that as a CSV using this button up here, or you can return to your query and add in different criteria or change your billing period. The other options you've got within the Insight portal are to view your phone numbers. That'll show you a list of all the phone numbers against your account. You can then click on them and it'll tell you if you've added a specific description of the line. You can also press the Edit button and assign it a username. To add usernames, there's a Manage Users section on the left-hand side, which we'll go through in a second. And doing so will then allow us to send you reports with your username against the CLI. So any charges or call charges for that number will then be listed against a username. The Manage Users section, as we just touched on, lets you edit the usernames. Within each user, you can actually assign it to a department. So if I've edited this particular user, within this user I can select the department, of which there's currently none available at the moment. And then with that report I was talking about a moment ago, where you can have your CLI listed against the user, there can also be a department report, which is again broken down by user or CLI. To add a new user, you just press the Add New User button at the bottom right of the page. Manage Departments, as you'd expect, allows you to add new departments. So I'll add a test department against the internal site. And then against the user, I could then assign user extension 0221. I could then assign that to the test department. That's all for the basic functionality. There'll be further videos on how to manage faults and log fraud alerts.